That is Joel Andrus from Milford, a recording artist who topped the charts with his debut single in 2010. Joel, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be with you.
You betcha. Thanks for talking to us. Let me ask you a couple of questions. Now, you actually trained in classical, is that right?
I did. I started out really actually learning how to sing and listen to music on my mom's lap as a little boy, and that just progressed, obviously. But my family are all singers and musicians, and when I was around 12, my mom and dad, they allowed me to join a music school, and I started training classically, and that's where I really got my start, and then continued on through college, had some classical training there, and moved on to gospel and contemporary music.
That is a huge investment there. So let me ask you this. What was it like when you signed that first record deal?
Well, you know, that's a little ways away from today. It was, but it was still so fresh in my memory. I remember getting a call, and this is, of course, before Instagram and Facebook, and so the music industry has changed a little bit now, but this was a classic scene of just getting that call where a producer found my demo. It was placed in his hands, and he called me and asked for a meeting, and really the rest is history. We signed to the label, and we made lots of music, and it was just a wonderful experience. I learned a lot about the music industry at a young age, at 18, and met some incredible people in the industry, some of the icons of the industry, and so it's really led me to today. And I always tell young people that really it's about preparation meets opportunity, and I think that's really my story. I really started at a young age, just preparing for those moments, and when it happened, it all worked out.
So on stage, incredible training, incredible preparation, and incredible experience. You're from Milford, and off stage, you're an associate pastor.
Yes, I am just so privileged to work with the church at Lighthouse in Milford, and we have just the most amazing people, and that really is my heartbeat. I love our people, and I have the opportunity not only to minister with them on a weekly basis, but of course we get to sing as well. So I look back on my history, and that's really where I got a lot of my experience was on the platform at church, and worship leading, and church music, gospel music. And so, yes, we have a great history there with Lighthouse, and I love our church.
With everything that goes on with you, family is still extremely important.
Family is number one. That is at the top of our hierarchy of priorities: God, family, country, and so yes, family is number one. We have a little girl, my wife and I, Shanae. We have a little girl named Ella. She is 1.5 years old. She keeps us very busy, and I must tell you that quarantined with an infant baby, toddler is very interesting, and I'm sure a lot of moms and dads who are listening can relate to that. But it's been a lot of fun, a lot of time at home together, a lot of homemade meals, and a lot of fun in the backyard. So we really are finding the joy in this season right now.
A lot of great time together. Now, we're going to hear Joel perform a very powerful song in just a moment, inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic. DelmarvaLife will be right back. I would like to introduce you again. This is singer-songwriter Joel Andrus of Milford, back with us again this afternoon. So we've got the song Stand here. Tell us about Stand real quick.
Well, you know, this song was written based on a conversation that I think I've had with myself numerous times in my life, but especially recently with the challenges that we are living in today with COVID-19. And I believe it's a conversation that we're all having with ourselves, that conversation that is telling us to defy the odds, to find that resilience within ourselves, to stand again when so much is pressing us down. And I really think about all of those that are really affected by COVID-19, all of those moms and dads, all of our first responders, our brave healthcare workers who keep us safe every single day, small business owners, our educators. And there's so many people that are affected by what is happening in our world. So I wanted to find a message that was an honest message, a message that really spoke to that conversation where we might have with ourselves, maybe in a quiet place where we're telling ourselves to keep going forward, to keep walking through the fire, and knowing that that promise is there, that the fire won't burn us, but we can make it. And so I released this song after having called some friends of mine in the music industry and said, hey, do you want to collaborate with me and let's work virtually on a song that I just wrote for COVID-19? And the response was absolutely, let's do it. So I called some friends of mine from Florida, and then I had a local producer here in Delaware who was willing to allow me to use his studio. And so we just worked virtually on a song that we released on Facebook a few weeks ago. And in just a few days, the song had over 70,000 views. And so I really think that the message was one that is resonating with people. And it is a message that I just want to say, as I wrote the song, I really felt to dedicate this message to everyone who's been affected. There's funerals that have not been attended. There's graduations that didn't happen, birthday parties that couldn't be attended. And so really we need messages of hope right now. And so to my great surprise, the song just went all over the world, and I'm hearing from people really from all over. And that's the most rewarding thing for me is to hear from people who maybe this song really has touched and ministered to and encouraged. I got an email from a young lady just recently who is a single mom of 5, and she wrote me and said that she heard the song for the first time a few days ago, and she was by herself. She's overwhelmed with the pressures, the financial pressures that are a result of COVID-19. And she said she just laid on the ground and wept and cried while hearing the song, and it gave her that fortitude to want to keep going. And so that's really what this song is all about. And I hope that you today, if you're listening, that you will let this song just encourage you to find that strength and that courage on the inside of you to keep going, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're facing, just to keep moving forward and ultimately to stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stand by Joel Andrus.
Pray when I don't feel like praying. Stand when I don't feel like standing anymore. 'Cause I'm going somewhere, I'm moving ahead. The ground under me is leading me to mountains instead. But I'm stronger than before. It's made me who I am. Can't take back the strength from me. I found who I am. So I'll stand. Keep standing. I will stand. Stand tall. Stand. stand tall.
Wow. The music video by Joel Andrus, Stand. And this is actually available today. Is that right?
That's right. You can go online today and purchase the song. It's on iTunes, Amazon, and all of the other streaming outlets. Please go and download it today.
Joel Andrus, you are the best. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us this afternoon, and we wish you the best.
Thank you so much for having me. It was my pleasure.